Welcome to my channel. This is a tarot reading for Libra, and it's for career and finance for March of 2020. I got such a great response from the February reading for Libra that I decided to go ahead and just do a real quick one here for March as well. I did feel that the February reading for Libra, career and finance, was at the beginning stage of something, and that there would be some follow through in March, and that's exactly what I found in this reading. I did pull the cards pre-shuffled beforehand, just because otherwise this reading would be about 45 minutes. So rather than drag you into an hour, I just went ahead and pulled some clarifiers. And again, these are just sort of the basic reading itself, with the general energy for the month of March, with the Page of Raphael. So anyway, just to let you know, you did actually have this card in February, and that was the Knight of Wands. I suspect that this is actually representing you. And I do feel that there's also some transformation that's taking place, because as the cards go along, I don't think it's just a whole bunch of people in your reading that are influencing the read. I feel that you're actually transforming. I feel that the Knight of Wands, because you had this in the last reading, and again, even though it represents somebody who's a little bit younger, you know, irregardless of your age, energies are timeless. So, I mean, it could be just that you are a very enthusiastic person. You are somebody who's quite ambitious and excitable, and you know, just likes the journey, and doesn't necessarily have a particular end in sight for your goal. You might know roughly what you want to do, but the Knight of Wands speaks to that unreliable kind of energy. Somebody who's quite passionate, takes off, carefree, playful, enthusiastic. You know, they're willing to build a good life for themselves, but it's really just about, you know, that artistic quality coming through. Somebody who's, you know, intense and has intense connections. But again, it's a time of harnessing skills with the Knight of Wands. So you're taking your skill set and you're putting it into some kind of action, you know, and again, regardless of whether or not you have a specific outcome laid out, it is an action point. So as far as the Three of Swords go, the Three of Swords looks like it's just standing out in the middle of nowhere, and I noticed that with a couple of other things in the reading here too. But the Three of Swords, to me, coupled with that Knight of Wands, speaks to you in some kind of transformation. I feel that something altered your course that has helped you to redirect you. So I feel that you might have suffered some kind of a setback that has helped to transform you and move you into, you know, a very successful read here from what I see from March, but move you into another position, because following that there is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is somebody who still has that fiery energy, but definitely a very mature energy. So I don't feel that this is somebody that's coming through. I feel this is actually you transforming into this person. And again, this is a person who has, you know, a power. It's a powerful individual. It's somebody who is, you know, an inspiring authority, somebody who is dramatic and theatrical, and who can be a really good role model. And it is somebody who is mastering an art, but again, really charismatic, inspiring type of person. And it also indicates a business. So it's additional income that's coming through from a business. And because this Knight is also one of creativity and inspiring project and taking off with it, and again has suffered some kind of setback that redirected you to follow this new path. This is about a talent that you didn't know that you possessed, which is allowing you to create an additional source of income for yourself. You know, you're still a little bit defensive, and you may not really be telling a lot of people what's going on and what your dreams are and your goals are. And to be quite frank, I don't think you should really at this point. Wait until things are off the ground and you have a little more substance before, you know, people start getting in your way and there's jealousy and so on. But this card speaks to being defiant, standing in your ground, and, you know, asserting yourself, having that courage to go forward. You're a warrior in this card. And that's moving you ahead into the Emperor. And the Emperor, I also have a clarifier with the High Priestess. But the Emperor is really, you know, This is a person who's extremely confident. This is an archetype, sorry, an authoritative type person. This is somebody who is a leader. This is somebody who is a father figure, somebody who's ambitious and efficient, somebody who knows what they want. Definitely somebody who is protected or protective and secure. So the Emperor really is somebody who is, on the negative side of things, could be overly controlling and domineering kind of a person, but I feel that this is where you're actually, you could have this influence around you, but I feel that this is you moving toward this more secure position. You're moving into this ambitious type energy, that person who's accomplished and self-disciplined and has self-control. And because it is clarified with the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is definitely a card of high intuitiveness. So this is somebody who is all-seeing, all-knowing, somebody who's got that secret knowledge, from the divine, and is being led to that wisdom and that knowledge. But it's also about developing a skill, again, about a latent talent that you didn't know that you had, something that was hidden from you until such time that you choose to express it. You don't really realize just how, how fantastic that new idea was, that new talent. But either way, it's about you're becoming an expert. And again, coupled with and clarifying the Emperor, this is somebody who's definitely becoming an expert. This is somebody who has the ability to, to be a helper, somebody who is studying what they need to study to break through and bring it forward, bring the idea forward. So really, really important, very strong cards. And again, they're major arcana cards. So, and there's a lot of that throughout the reading. So, these are very transformational periods that you're going through for the month of March. The Ten of Wands speaks to, feeling overwhelmed. You might be doing too much. You might be doing too much for other people. You're biting off more than you can chew. It doesn't mean that it's, you're not going to find a way around it, because I see a few cards in here, as I say, with the fours that speak to balance. But it's just, periodically we all go through that. So really it's just about, figuring out what your priorities are. What are the things that move you ahead, especially in regards to goals and dreams? What gives you the most sense of satisfaction, and what smaller things can you leave behind to, progress forward? But you also have, could be blocked thinking too, but again, nothing that's really significant, doesn't stand out, because it's not, surrounded by a whole bunch of anxiety cards. So following that is the Sun card. And again, the Sun card is really speaking to happiness. So it is about being inspired and being intuitively led as well. The Sun card is also one that is illuminating, like it's highlighting that the Ten of Cups following that is the Ten of Cups. So it's highlighting that happiness. It's shedding light that there is definitely going to be happiness, communication, positive energy. There's self-confidence with this card. That creativity is there. Sometimes even just in looking at some of the colors here, you can see that there's a lot of creativity, that has been sort of dispersed throughout the reading. But either way, the Sun is illuminating this incredible happiness that you're moving toward. So the Ten of Cups, again, it's emotional fulfillment. It's about, it's also about that safety and that family happiness and all of the things that, balance is restored, that you have your wishes fulfilled. And coupled with the Page of Pentacles, that is about that new study. Page of Pentacles is about practicality and getting on with things, about new opportunities opening up. It is a messenger as well of speaking to that. So, you're still continuing on with the studies. There's a lot of learning coming through, through this. So even though you're being divinely led and toward the knowledge that you need, you still have to do the practical and, take on the study. So it is that window of opportunity where you're being the diligent worker, continuing on with the journey. It also speaks to loans or anything that's outstanding that you have in terms of debts, and paying that off and having the money to do it as well. So, you may not pay it off all in the month of March, but certainly, you're able to start working on it anyway. And there's there's definitely practical results all the way through here. This is toward like the end of March here, and I do see that there's some real significant inner turmoil and change that you're going through as well. But either way, so moving on from the new course of study, again, 2 4s, you're seeking balance, and so you've pulled back with the 4 of Swords, and you're just trying to regain composure and figure out, sometimes we have a little bit of self-doubt, which is also down here. This is self-doubt, and we're healing from something. So with the 4 of Swords, it's just a time where you might have felt that overwhelm was too much, so you've decided to slow it down. You're just relaxing. You might be feeling stuck for the moment, but I think this is really just a card of slowing it down. I don't think that you're being paralyzed with fear or anything like that. You're just a little bit burned out. You did take the time to celebrate here. You did, you're still continuing to study. You do have the King of Pentacles, which I feel this is an energy that is coming around you. This is somebody who has the Midas touch. This is somebody who's very entrepreneurial. Definitely somebody who has the power and discipline to carry through, with business, and very reliable person. Somebody who's a business leader, somebody who takes the time to forge ahead, do the research, read the information that they need to move ahead. And I feel that they are somehow able to guide you. This is a really competent person that I do feel is entering your sphere to help to lead you toward, they see where you're headed with this journey. And so, again, somehow they're influencing the reading in March. And again, a lot of these energies are incremental. They don't, nothing gets done usually in one full month. It takes time to build a goal and dream and bring things to fruition. So, but again, still March is a really poignant time because there are so many major arcana cards here. So again, self-doubt, but you're moving past all of that, and then you're moving into the victory. Victory card is the 6 of Wands. Again, these are all ambitious energies because the wands are fiery energies, and it's all about goal setting and goal and planning and all of that. So the 6 of Wands, again, speaks to being victorious. You are gaining recognition, and this is for your talent. So there is triumph and rewards are coming your way. So what I see here with these 3 cards, I feel these are all intertwined. So the Judgment card is really about, liberating yourself. This is actually about you finding your inner calling. And with the Soul Searching card of the Hermit, and again, divinely led, you're able to get through this and release the baggage and change your perspective. So, but there is something that I feel, I get that there is some kind of healing energy coming through here, because I feel with the 3 of Swords, there was some kind of transformational setback that really changed your direction, that you've had to pull back. You had a little bit of self-doubt, and you're doing deep introspection in this toward the end of March. And there's also the indication that there's a father figure. This is a clarifier for the 10 of Pentacles. And again, the 10 of Pentacles is an amazing card because that speaks to success all over the place as well. So that's success, that's happiness. And not only do you have the 10, but you also have the 9 of Pentacles, which clarifies, and that's all about independence and self-sufficiency. So you're having, it's being led right to the final end of the good life. This is you enjoying a happy family life, feeling secure financially. There's some kind of security in that family unit. And again, with the King of Cups is a father figure energy, somebody who is, genuine and calm, and somebody who's very reliable, somebody who's stable and wise, and just that person who may not be great with money, but definitely is somebody who is, very good with guidance. And, whether this is somebody who is directly in your sphere or impacted you in some way, but it is something that is coming through that is leading you to this 10 of Pentacles. And again, this is the Page of Cups is that messenger, and it is telling you that there is some kind of message coming through from the divine. It is an inspirational card. It's a creative card as well, but it's being divinely led, meaning that the universe is synchronizing things to make this happen, somehow related to a father figure, that this independence and happy life is coming through. There was a period of stagnation and indecision, and you weren't really sure where things were going with the Two of Swords. But again, the outcome of that is definitely the Ten of Pentacles. So this reading for March is pretty significant and definitely life-changing. It feels like you are moving into a whole new time of financial security. But again, you have to keep continuing on the journey each month, putting efforts toward it to manifest it. But there is such potential in all of these cards. Every month it's stronger and stronger. So just to review the final energy card, which is the Page of Raphael. This is the energy for the month of March. It's a new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. So again, a lot of cards here indicating that you need to follow your intuition. And as I say, something very transformational on an emotional level toward the end of March for you. That is going to bring about some kind of financial stability. Doesn't mean you're getting all the money in, the month of March, but definitely you're going to have news that it's moving in that direction. So anyway, until next time, hope this reading allowed you to have a little insight and feel a little more drive towards your goals and ambitions. And we'll talk to you in the month of April.